It's 6 o'clock in the heart of the Texas Hill Country, and you're listening to Eat, Play, Live with me, Andy P., the show that's chasing dreams and crushing goals. My goal here is to help you live a healthier, happier, more balanced life one day at a time, one step at a time, one decision at a time. So let's think about this. The only difference between where you are and where you want to be is the steps that you haven't taken yet. Seems simple enough, right? So did you notice our theme song tonight? Oh my goodness, do you even remember that? From One Day at a Time. Yes, taking you way back, throwing back here, because why not? It's fun, right? That's what we want to do. Have a little fun here. So let's get into it tonight. So tonight we actually have some serious topics. Okay, if you're watching me on Facebook Live, I'm sorry, my nose ring. Yeah, I have my nose pierced. And it just started to come out and it was driving me crazy. So yeah, these are the things. We just deal with the stuff. So, and also before I get into it tonight, I have to tell you that oh my goodness, I have a really bad habit of totally overscheduling my day. Do you do that? And today, I did not leave time to eat before I came to do the show, and I was starving. And this is going to play in later to what I'm talking about. If I hadn't eaten on my way here or before I got here, then after my show, it's wing night over at Willow Creek, and I would be really tempted to just wander down the street and go get some wings. And that's a terrible idea. They are deep fried. They don't look like they're deep fried, but they are. So that's just something that I'm going to let you in on in case you were not aware of that. It's chicken, but it's not a healthy choice. So for your benefit and mine, I had some wonderful homemade fish tacos that were actually quite good, and I ate them in the car while driving here, which I don't recommend because it's really messy and probably not really a safe thing to do, but but it was a way healthier option. So, fast food doesn't always mean going through a drive-through. Sometimes it just means food that you eat as quickly as possible. So, that being said, in our Eat segment tonight, I've got some questions for you. And the first of those is, do you want fries with that? You know, don't you? In our Play segment, I'm going to ask, where do you park? And in our Live segment, I'm going to ask, what is the next right thing? Okay? Think about those questions and we will get right into it. I want to remind you, of course, as always, that you can follow me on Facebook or Instagram at eatplaylive.andy. And so a lot of the things that I talk about during the show, I will post links on the Facebook page so that if there's something that you want to learn more about, you can follow along at home. And you can message me, connect with me, let me know any of the challenges I issue if you're actually following through and doing them. Like the time I told you to write down your dreams. Did you do that? Not your dreams you have while you're sleeping, but your dreams, your goals, writing those down. Did you do that? Well, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're following along. But if you're having trouble taking that first step, well, that's what we're going to talk about tonight, is doing things just one step at a time. So as we go into our Eat segment, I have a little funny thing that I discovered that I want to play for you that really highlights what we're going to be talking about, and that is the importance of every little decision you make. When it comes to what you put in your mouth, every little decision counts. So enjoy this.
I'm trying to eat better. I was out to lunch with a friend and I got a chicken sandwich. And the waitress said to me, "Oh, you're getting a chicken sandwich. Well, that comes with a choice of either salad or fries." Those were the choices, salad or fries, the two most different foods in the universe. That's like saying, what kind of day do you want to have? Do you want to be active and go to the bathroom or stuff? Or do you want to lay on the floor moaning? Oh, you're getting a chicken sandwich? Well, with that, you can either go for a jog or smoke crack cocaine. Well.
What a decision, right? Well, of course, he's making light of it. But honestly, when you go out to eat, have you noticed how ridiculous the choices are for sides? It is like salad or fries, like completely different. And to be honest, sometimes getting a salad is even worse, depending on what you put on it. If you know me or have listened to me for any length of time, you know how I feel about ranch dressing. It is sent from Satan. So just going to put that out there. There's nothing natural in it. It's full of calories and fat. And I know it's tasty and we love to dip stuff in it, but that's one little decision that could make a huge difference, okay? So we're going to talk about swaps. What can you do better? What little changes can you make that are going to make a big difference if you're trying to lose weight? Summer is right around the corner. How are your abs looking? Are they getting ready? So let's talk about what we can do. And I really learned the lesson about making these little swaps back when I was in Weight Watchers. You only get a certain amount of points per day, and I liked to go to Chick-fil-A. And when I first started with Weight Watchers, I would go to Chick-fil-A and I would get a number 1. How do I remember that? Well, because it's just their regular chicken sandwich with fries and a Diet Coke, of course. And that was the thing. And then with Weight Watchers, I discovered, okay, that's way too many points. That's like half my day's worth of points right there. So I had an option. I could either get a grilled chicken sandwich with fries or a fried chicken sandwich with fruit. So one or the other, they came out to about the same amount of points. So that was just a really simple little swap that made a little bit of a difference. And then over time, I thought, well, you know what? What happens if I get the grilled sandwich and the fruit? Even better. One little step at a time. And of course, back then I was drinking Diet Coke. I don't do that anymore. Now it's unsweet tea or water. Nothing yucky with artificial sweeteners. That's bad stuff. So what can you do? You don't have to do it all at once. What little things can you do to make swaps? And I call them clean eating swaps. Clean eating is one of my very favorite terms because it's not a diet. It's not. What we're trying to do is create a lifestyle of healthy choices that make you feel better, make you look better, make you live longer. That's all. And clean eating is a huge part of that because clean eating focuses on the healthy foods that nourish your body instead of focusing on what you're not eating, what you're subtracting from your diet. We don't want to think about that. We don't want to focus on the stuff we can't have. Nobody likes that. That's no fun. We want to have some fun in our life. So what can we have? What's good for us that nourishes our body? Okay, so sweet. A lot of you crave sweets, and there are things that you can have that are still good for you. One of which I actually kind of forgot about, and it's perfect for summer. Have you ever put grapes in the freezer? Your choice, red or green. Get seedless, preferably. That makes life so much easier. Frozen grapes are so good. They're better than a popsicle. I mean, they're just like little tiny wonder nuggets of coldness. I totally just made up that term. But I used to actually put them in my kids' lunches, and that was really handy because they were frozen, and by lunchtime, they weren't really so much frozen anymore, but they were still pretty cold. So, yeah, it was a handy little exchange and something healthy to send with the kids as well. Of course, fresh fruit, obviously, obvious choice there for something sweet, natural, from the earth. Like we talked about last week, if it doesn't have a tough outer skin, then you may want to go ahead and buy the organic. If it does have that tough outer skin, then you can scrub that a little bit easier, and you don't necessarily have to go with the organic version. Also, fruit smoothies are a really good way to get something sweet. You can make your smoothie with all natural type ingredients, yogurts and fruits and almond milk, and add a protein to it, but you can get something sweet that way. I often make my smoothie with not a fruit smoothie, but I make a coffee smoothie if I need a little pick-me-up. Make my protein shake with ice and coffee, and then you've got, voila, a nice iced slushy coffee drink that's quite lovely. So for your clean eating salty swaps, that's where I really have my cravings more so than sweet. I like the salty. Steamed edamame with sea salt. Have you ever done that? It's good. You don't have to just go to Pei Wei to get edamame, although it's amazing there. But you can get steamed edamame in the frozen section, and that's a healthy way to have something salty. Also, pumpkin seeds. Those are really good for you. Did you know that? Almonds and cashews. Now, watch out, of course, for the nuts. They do have a high fat content, so you don't want to overdo that. But they are natural, and that is a healthy fat that's not bad for you as long as you don't go crazy with it. Also, popcorn. Now, popcorn is tricky because really the air popped. That's where you want to go. And, there's tons of popcorn around. If you go to the movies, if you go to Lealoo, there's that free popcorn in the bar. And, I work there sometimes and I eat that popcorn sometimes. And no, I shouldn't, because the little packet that we use, I don't know what is in that packet, but it is terrible and not from this planet. But it sure does make the popcorn taste good. So speaking of myself here, sometimes you got to preach to the choir that we need to stay away from that icky stuff and just have nice air popped popcorn. You can add salt, maybe some sea salt, put some Tabasco on it. That's fun. That spices it up and is still decent for you. Not going to add any extra calories or icky stuff. Then if you're really craving something that's more satisfying, you're not feeling super snacky as much as you're actually hungry and you want something that's going to tide you over. Do not go for the Snickers bar as the commercials instruct you. It'll tide you over for a minute and you'll get that spike and then you crash because of all the sugar. So let's not go there, but maybe try some natural peanut butter on apple slices. That is so good. Also, hummus with red peppers or carrots or zucchini slices. You can use all kinds of fun things to dip in hummus. And did you know you can make your own hummus? I just learned this recently from my sister. Thank you very much, because she taught me. And I've been playing with the recipe. I added Kalamata olives this week, and that was so good. It was amazing. I'm going to be making that again, probably next week. But yeah, it's easy, it's natural, it's good for you, and it's really filling. So you can take some sliced turkey and maybe wrap it around string cheese. Now watch out when you buy your turkey and don't get the yucky stuff that has nitrates in it, okay? So definitely pay attention when you're shopping and get good natural turkey. Maybe get a whole turkey breast and just slice it yourself. You don't have to buy little deli meat that comes prepackaged. It's not like it's hard to slice it. Really? Come on. We can do this. Hard-boiled eggs. Easy peasy. How about a superfood smoothie? I talked about smoothies for something sweet, but you can also have a smoothie that's not necessarily sweet, like the one I was telling you with my coffee. I had one the other day at the 320 Bistro here in Mason. It was so good. And I had her put greens in it, protein in it. I think it might have even had some kale hiding in there. And you know how I feel about kale, but I couldn't tell. So it was okay. It was okay. I can do that as long as I can't tell. So I will post a list of tons of other clean eating swaps on my Facebook. So you can check out that list and get some ideas. And you can always message me if you think of other ideas that I haven't necessarily mentioned. So go to my Facebook at eatplaylive.andy and check out those swaps and let me know what you're doing and what works for you. Okay? And then let's talk about some things we can do to make one step at a time and move more and play more every single day. Did you know that only 20% of adults are getting enough exercise, meeting the guidelines set by the CDC for how much exercise we should be getting every day? Only 20%. All right, people, that means we got to step it up. We're not doing enough. Okay? Grab your friend, grab your neighbor, grab your spouse. If you're doing it and they're not, they're doing it, you're not, let's boost those numbers. Okay? Lack of activity causes cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, some cancers, also depression and anxiety. All that just from not moving enough. And then the benefits of moving more are controlling your weight, improving your mental health and your mood, combating disease, improving your sleep, having more energy, less stress, and even improving brain function. So just moving more will actually improve your brain function. How about that? Did you have any idea of that? I didn't. So interesting. So today, set a goal to move more. I'm not asking you to set a goal to I have a triathlon next weekend. You can come do that with me. I'm not asking you to do that. That's way too much too soon. Just little tiny step right now. Just move more. Okay? You can look for ways to move more. What can you think of if you look around and think about what you can do that's a really simple way to just move your body more? How about if you just park a little farther away? I'm sure you've heard that before, right? And yet, say you're in Mason, okay? And you need to go to the bank, and you need to go over to the city and pay your electric bill, and you need to, I don't know, go by, let's say Lealoo. We'll give them a shout out because I work there. Do you drive from one to the other? Please tell me you don't. Please tell me. You just park in one little spot, and you walk all the way around the square. It's that easy. Or even if you live in town, just walk from your house. I mean, you can do this. It's not that hard. You know what I'm trying to do right now? I'm trying to multitask. It's not working well. Computers are not my friend. That's okay. That's all right. Ooh, you know what I could do? I could kick the computer. No, that's not a good way to move more. You know what you can do, though? Do you have a high energy dog? That is an excellent way to force yourself to move more, because those things, if you don't walk them, if you don't take them outside and play, then you're going to be in trouble because, well, they're going to destroy things in your house and do things that are not friendly. So get yourself a high energy dog and you'll have no choice but to go ahead and move more. You can also wear a Fitbit. I started wearing my Fitbit recently because waiting tables, I wanted to know. I feel like I'm running a lot. And guess what? Getting an entire day's worth of steps in during one shift. That's not a bad way to move more. So maybe get yourself a second job. It requires you to run around like crazy. Any little things you can do. I mean, it's different for all of us. Do what works for you, but find ways to just put more movement in your day. And if you can't really think of ways to get more movement, do it faster. Walk faster. If you have to go up the stairs, run up the stairs. Take 2 at a time. Just the faster you move, that actually makes your heart beat faster. And voila, that burns more calories. That's better cardiovascular. You're getting that cardiovascular exercise in just by doing things faster. And people look at you funny if you do that at work and you're like in the office running around like a crazy person, but that's okay. Let them talk. They need something to talk about, right? Do you like to listen to music while you're out walking, or if you're in the gym? Listen to songs that have a faster beat. When they have a faster beat, you move faster. And if you're just at home, turn on the music right there and dance. You know, I talk about this all the time. It is okay to dance in your living room or in your kitchen. Nobody's going to judge, and it'll make you happy. It is fun, and that's what we're talking about. Moving is playing, and we need more play in our lives. You could even get a mini trampoline. How about that? Don't hurt yourself, though. Get you a hula hoop. You could take a dance class, a Zumba class. All these are just fun little ways, brainstorming here, of things you can do to play and increase, just one little step at a time, increase that movement in your life. So you want to devote an hour a day to fitness, right? Even if it's just stretching, just tell yourself, I'm going to devote an hour a day. And if you don't have an hour all at one time, a lot of us don't. We're busy. I get it. Break it up. You don't have to do the whole hour at the same time. Maybe do 3 little 20-minute segments. You get up in the morning, do something for 20 minutes. On your lunch break, do something for 20 minutes. After work, do something for 20 minutes. There you go. You've gotten your fitness. Okay? It doesn't even have to be the same thing for each 20 minutes. Don't restrict yourself. Don't think that if I don't go run for an hour straight that I'm not doing any good. There's not even any point. There is a point. Every time you add a little bit more movement to your day and your life, you're making a difference. You're improving your health little by little, and you're teaching yourself. You're finding ways to make the most of that little bit of extra time, and you're using it for something positive for you. That is going to make you feel better, look better, and live longer. That's the goal here. You like to watch TV? Okay. We all like to binge our Netflix sometime. Well, set a timer. Netflix was made to make you binge. The way the one show ends and the next one just immediately starts, that's the goal. They don't want you to go away. So set a timer if you have to, but do not just end up sitting there for hours and hours on end. Our bodies were not made to be scrunched in a sitting position for long periods of time. We weren't created for that. It's so not good for you. So get up, stretch, maybe go ahead and get yourself a treadmill or a stationary bike and put it where you can see the TV. You can still watch TV and do your stuff. Or go over to KinesioFit. You can watch TV while you're working out there. I've done it. I've seen it. You can do it. Yeah. And that definitely does make the time go by faster. It's fun. I used to watch Hoarders while I was on the cardio machines. That show is fascinating. Those people are just, they have some issues, but we'll deal with that another day. Anyway, during commercials, if you watch actual television, I think TV still has commercials, right? They still do that. You can do different things during the commercial breaks. You can do planks, sit-ups, push-ups, just right there in your living room. Go ahead and get that movement in. Also, this I thought was really interesting when I was doing my research. Fidget more. You ever seen how little kids fidget all the time? They're always moving, especially little boys. I have boys, so I know this. They're just always fidgeting around, and parents are telling them, just sit still, sit still. But you know what happens when you fidget a lot? You burn calories. So fidget. If you're at work, you're burning calories. If you're sitting at your desk fidgeting around, then you're getting your heart rate up just while you're sitting there. So, hey, it's a little thing you can do. If you can do nothing else, you can fidget. Nobody can tell you can't fidget. Then, we all need downtime. We all need dates. Whether you're married, you need dates. If you're single, you need dates. You got kids, take your kids on an outing. That's a date. It's fun. Do something active. Go on active dates. There are so many fun things that you can go do. Go with your friends. Girls' day out. Do something active. There are a million things you can do that gets all of you moving more. And it's so much fun. It's way more memorable than doing something where you're just sitting around. So that is my advice for you in moving more. You will never change your life until you change something that you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. So what can you change? You can just do it one step at a time.
Learn to take one step at a time. There's no need to rush. It's like learning to fly or falling in love. It's gonna happen. It's supposed to happen. And we find the reasons why. One step at a time.
That's right. One step at a time. Now, we've talked about doing things one step at a time in what we're eating and in moving our bodies. So what about all of life? What about reaching those dreams that we've talked about, setting those goals that we're working toward? Do you ever just get so frustrated or overwhelmed? You're working towards something and it's just not happening fast enough. Or just life is just throwing all this stuff at you and it's just so much to deal with that you just don't even know where to turn. You know, I know we all deal with that sometimes. We all have just so much stuff coming at us all the time that if you didn't occasionally get overwhelmed or anxiety or depressed or freaked out, then you would not be human. We all get that. So what do you do? What do you do when it's all just too much? Well, something I learned is to ask yourself, what is the one next right thing I can do? I don't even know about tomorrow. I don't even know about tonight. Right now, I need to do one thing, and I want it to be the right thing. So what is the next right thing I can do? It's kind of a weird question, but I don't know. It helped me. So some suggestions for the next right thing. Breathe. That's a good one. We got to do it anyway. Take really deep breaths. Meditate. There are actually apps for breathing for better health. Check one out. Google it. See what you can find. Hug your partner. Hug your friend. Hug your dog. Hugs are amazing. Practice gratitude. Make a gratitude list if you need to. There are so many things that we have to be grateful for, even when everything seems like it's going wrong and we're just in train wreck mode. There's still things to be grateful for. The rain, the flowers, I don't know, whatever does it for you, whatever fills you with gratitude, write it down. Savor your coffee. If you're a coffee lover, if you're not, I don't know what's wrong with you. No, I'm just kidding. Savor your coffee. Don't just drink it, savor it. Eat something healthy. I just gave you a whole list of clean eating swaps. Eat one of those. One next right thing you can do. Drink water. Just drink some water. We got to have it. We got to have more of it. All of us need more of it. Drink your water. Ask for help. That's a hard one. It can be a really hard one. Put in a load of laundry. This is a good one. If your house is overwhelming you, you got kids, even if you don't, there's so much that needs to be done and stuff breaks and stuff needs cleaned and there's this whole list of stuff. Just put in a load of laundry. At least it makes you feel like you're doing something. You're moving in the right direction, right? Oh, this is a really good one. Release judgment of yourself. Let it go. Do it again. I know you didn't do it the first time. Do it again. Plant some flowers. Ask somebody to come over. Maybe write, paint, dance, do something creative. That's a great little way to just move your brain into a different area that's not focusing on the overwhelmed stuff. Stretch, read. Sometimes just take a shower. If you're having a hard time even getting out of bed and facing the day, get yourself to the shower. That's all you got to do. Start right there. Sit in the sunshine. Can't help but feel better if you sit in the sunshine. Here's the thing. You've been bent until you damn near broke. That's the thing about resilience. It shows up just as your soul begins to cry and catapults your strength into overdrive. You are resilient. You are. I promise you are. I'm so grateful that you joined me here today, and I hope you come back next week, my warrior friends, and you message me on Facebook and you tell me the things you're doing so that your life is improving, your health is improving, you feel better, you look better, you're stronger day by day, moment by moment, whatever it takes. Thanks again. Join me next Thursday at 6 o'clock for Eat, Play, Live. I'm Andy P., and I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Now let's make good choices.
I've had choices